World of windmills, dreams, and steady sparks of light. Model cars, giant schematics, pop culture in full flight. Sci-fi worlds he brings to life, each piece placed just so right. Step by step, a marvel grows in his hands, pure midnight. Waves, world building dreams, a vision clear as day. Every model ever seen, crafted his own way. From classic rides to space time, details deep, he's our guide. Worlds imagined taking flight, shining in the studio light.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome to the Retro Room, which has completely changed since you last saw it. I think the last time I was in here was with Phil Siegel, Spruverse, and Lou Dalmaso, the Aztec dummy, who are here drinking rum. And at the moment, I'm not drinking rum. I'm on the Pepsi and the Highland Spring Water. That wasn't Scottish. That needs to be Scottish. So a lot of things have changed. I've, as I said, I'm getting some units in here. So I've got units in here which are now going to be housing the Star Trek ship collection and the Marvel Museum collection. Plus, I've been putting a lot of 80s paraphernalia on here. I've got all my Gremlins over there and the Fertility Idol from Raiders of the Lost Ark and Karate Kid. Over here at the moment, the Epto one's on the floor. I did have it on the shelf, but it's just far too heavy for the shelf. So that's moved onto the floor for a minute. I think I've got a unit going in front of Vincent there. Just so you know, Vincent fell over the other day. So he's sort of balancing on there at the moment. I almost broke him. Can't have another broken model. The screen is now going to be cycling through different things from the 80s. So every minute or so it's going to change. So that's fun. ET spaceship's up here, but it's not powered on at the moment. My lava lamping it, and it's been pretty fun. So yeah. A lot of things have changed in here. Now, a couple of things. First off, you may have seen that I've got a QR code at the start where the countdown screen normally is. That's because for the Christmas quiz, I want to do something different this year. Now, I know that Kevin and Mark's Mods and I know Ian, you got involved in it as well. They have a Partworks award. I don't know if there's a Partworks award going on this year, but I've never done anything for the channel, and I've actually managed to get quite an impressive trophy for one of the models that I'm either building or finished in 2024. So if you scan that little code, and I haven't got the picture up here now, I'll have to put that back on. Look on the countdown stream. Hang on a second. That code there. Oh, hello. Look at that. That works as well. Wow. Yeah, that code there. It will take you to a form. You need to pick 3 models. Okay, and it's a hidden vote, so you can't get influenced by what other people are voting for. And this is going to run all the way up to the Christmas quiz, which is December 19th. Thursday, December 19th, I'm going to be joined by Mrs. Welderwayne, and we're going to find out what is the best model of 2024. So don't know what that is at the moment. I haven't actually looked at that Google form since I created it. I did actually launch that last night, but going down to Christmas, every live stream that I do, I will be putting that as the countdown screen. So if you haven't done it now, you can do it. All fun. What else has been going on? I've injured myself again. You'd be happy to know. Howard, thank you so much for that donation of plasters. As you can see, I've got a lovely blister on the palm of my hand from making those, and I've only just finished making those about 10 minutes ago. So that's why if you see me dripping a sweat, now you know why. So injured myself again, which is fun. Tomorrow on the channel, it's a nice, really big, quick build tomorrow on the channel because I've got people coming to the house tomorrow. It's ET. I've got the next stages of ET, and believe it or not, there's not a lot to do at the moment. If you remember in the last pack of ET, we were starting to build another gearbox, and I think that's all we do. We just finished the gearbox. So have that video done in about 5 minutes, I reckon. But I will be doing some videos over the weekend on account that Mrs. Welderwayne's not here. She's gallivanting off on Saturday. And then on Sunday, myself and Mrs. Welderwayne are going out to Gates Garden Centre with Ian to have a nice breakfast. So chilling out time. But it is that run down to Christmas now, which is cool. Everything's good. Now, let's explain what happened last week. This is my monologue. First of all, I haven't streamed since Phil and Lou was here. Let's think what happened. So, the week before that, obviously, I picked the guys up from the airport, so I was in a hotel the night before. The following week, we were in Telford, so I wasn't here. The following week after that, I was in Barcelona, and you've probably seen some of the pictures on Fan Home of that event. Pretty crazy stuff, some of the things they had us doing. I've realised that my fear of heights isn't so much of a fear when they actually stick you in it. So once you're in the situation where you can't get out, it was a fight or flight thing. They had us climbing like 30 foot in the air on top of a massive tower. If you know the Gherkin in London, we went in a building just like that in Barcelona. Pretty crazy stuff it was, but it was fun. I did get to meet some other YouTubers and stuff there. A channel called What Culture. They've got something like 3 million subscribers, those peeps, but really good folks. So that's Barcelona. And then last week, I was all ready to stream, but I had a migraine. I did explain this to the patrons and channel members last night. I had a migraine on Thursday around about midday, and I was watching the Jackal with Eddie Redmayne, brilliant series, but half of his face disappeared. I thought, I'm having a migraine. So I took my tablet, I did everything I normally do, and I just had to lie down. Normally 20 minutes, the aura's gone, and I just deal with whatever's left over. Well, after an hour, I still hadn't got my sight back, and that really starts to panic me because it doesn't normally last an hour. So I actually just tried to fall asleep, and I did. I managed to fall asleep for about an hour and a half. When I woke up, I didn't have the aura anymore, but I did have a lingering headache, which was something weird that I don't normally get. Then come 5 o'clock, the aura came back and I was completely blind, and it knocked me for six big time. Even though I took my sumatriptan, which is the tablet I'm on, didn't touch it at all. And I was in agony, absolute agony. Now, what I actually had was what they call a hemiplegic migraine, because basically my face went numb, my arm went numb, and I had pins and needles in my hand. My hand went weak as well. Lot like the symptoms you'd have if you had a stroke, so that panics you even more. Those symptoms were with me until Monday. I didn't actually start to get a lot of feeling and strength back into my left hand until Monday. And obviously, last weekend was my daughter's wedding, so I had to battle through that with the after effects of a migraine. Now, I haven't had a migraine like that in years, absolute years. So I made sure that I've been to the doctors today to make sure I'm actually stocked up on tablets again. So I apologise for that, and hopefully we won't be missing any more streams. But that's what's been going on big time at the moment. Is there anything else to tell you? The Dalek is obviously coming out January the 8th. Hachette running a competition, if you check on my social media, for the Dalek, which is only available for US folk, unfortunately. But you could win a free subscription to that. So check out my social media for that. And the last thing is Dalek, the USS Constitution for Magora models. That's good. I missed out going to Battersea. My Optimus Prime, if you didn't know, is actually in Battersea at the moment. I said it was going on holiday over Agora models. In Battersea Power Station, Hasbro have got a pop-up Transformers store there. Actually, it's a Transformers stroke Peppa Pig store, I think. Can you imagine those two franchises together? They've got 4, I believe, of the Optimus Prime. Now, Agora models built 3 of them, but one of them's mine, and it's in that store. So I would like to go down and see it and see how it's getting on there, because I miss my Optimus Prime. But that's where that is at the moment. Other than that, how the devil are you? I do like the idea that, look, I've got pop-up chat again now, which is cool. Ludo Mesa's got an idea for the quiz, which is good. I have done 20 questions now. 20 questions are already done. I'm aiming for 45 this year. I think we had 40 last year. 45 questions this year. Some of them are quite hard. Some of them can be easy, but I think it might be a bit harder than last year. But I did learn a mistake I did last year, and that was that I released the results as soon as you put them in, which I'm not doing this year. So in other words, what someone could have done, and I'll tell you now because you can't do it now, is you could have answered one question and then submitted the paper. It would have said you've got it either right or wrong, but it would have gave you the results for all 40 of the questions. So then you could have just got into another account and answered all the questions 100%. It won't do that now. What happens is you'll submit the response and it won't release any results or scores or anything until I say so. So hopefully we've closed that loophole this year. But, you know, you live and learn. You live and learn. It's all cool. By the way, the guys, that sorry, this is going out to Lou and Phil again. The Dead Man's Fingers vanilla, it's almost gone. That whole bottle has almost gone because I've been hammering it as well. I mean, I do like my Kraken, but I have to say that Dead Man's Fingers is a little bit moreish. It's something that you definitely got to try if you haven't tried that. You may get some ads on the channel, but I have minimized it at the moment. I haven't changed it again. I've been too busy to it's really weird because when I'm streaming in this room, I'm having to set up OBS completely different to what I've got in the workshop downstairs, but it's a lot more comfortable up here because at the moment it's blowing a gale and typhoon and God knows what else are there, and raining. And while I'm on the subject of disasters and stuff, I understand California's just had a 7 on the Richter scale earthquake. in a place that I don't know where it is, but there is a tsunami warning out there. So I'm hoping everyone's all right over there. Um, but 7, that's quite yeah, that will you'll feel that definitely, definitely. Um, Optimus 66 Batmobile and RoboCop. Yep, it's all good knowing that, but I need you to vote. I need you to click those forms and just submit them. And I'll have a look how that is on the 19th. I will put things up on social media for that as well, so you can see that. But you will love the trophy that I've got. I won't be able to show you the trophy because I need to get it engraved. So I'm getting it engraved with whoever wins, and then I'll show it you before I send it off to them. But if I can make that a yearly thing, I think it'd be nice that some of these model companies have a collection of World of Wayne trophies. It should be fun. I'm looking forward to the Dalek build big time as well. Have you seen the Hachette Partworks promotions for it where they've got the Dalek dressed in tinsel and stuff? It looks really good. Hello, Christian from Grantham. I knew something was wrong.
Let's give it up big time. Hello, Christian from Grantham. Now let's get cracking.
Now, I have to say, before the stream started today, let me just click that button there. We've got 69, no, we've got 151 people in here. Wow. We normally have about, I was going to say, normally have 100 people. I thought, you know what, I haven't streamed for so long. People are thinking I don't stream on Thursday anymore. Just so you know, my camera's here, okay? The chat, when I'm looking at chat, I'm looking here, or I'm looking on the screen over here where it just transfers across. As you see, I've got Christian's name up there. I can get rid of that like that. So if you see me looking here, it's because I'm looking at the screen at your chat. It's not that I'm just bored and looking at the floor. But I will try and look at the camera when I'm talking to you. You're talking about this. See, now I'm just talking Partwork models, Chris. That's why there's a drop down list on there about the things you can pick. You'll find some of the models aren't on there because I didn't build them this year, or they finished in the previous year. So things like the Bismarck and stuff like that's not going to be on there because I'd already finished that. It's only the current models at the moment. It doesn't include the models that I'm about to start as well. Just so you know, I do have the Iron Spider. I've got the first pack of that, which I'll be doing on the channel probably for next week. A bit weird because that comes out in the UK in February. But we obviously know that Darth Vader's coming out shortly, and I haven't seen a thing on it. Literally, I haven't seen a thing because when I was in Barcelona, they didn't have it there. I really thought they were going to have it there. They had a poster of it because it went missing, unfortunately, when it got broken when it was in New York Comic Con. They wanted to repair it. They got it shipped back, and it disappeared. Typical. So they don't even have a prototype, unfortunately. So hopefully when I do get pack 1 and 2, I'll be able to do that, which is a bit weird because I have seen some influencers who don't actually build models. They just actually influence it on social media. They seem to have issue 1 and 2, and I don't have it. So I can't show you that, unfortunately. But I'm sure that's going to be coming soon. So am I in the loft? Not really, Dave. This is I'm on a 3-story house here. So I do have a loft. It's actually in a cupboard down here, which is like we call it the oubligo. It comes from the word oubliette, the French word where they used to chuck people away and forget about them. But it's like a half room. So the ceiling's only about 1.5 meters wide. So I can go in there if I crawl in, but that's sort of like my loft. But this is sort of like the gable area on the 3rd floor of the house. So that's how that works. But it's nice up here. Hello, Jason. How's it going? Yeah, it's going to keep changing what film's on there. Just so you know, I have started my Christmas movies. I watched Die Hard yesterday, and I've started The Lord of the Rings. This time, rather than the Peter Jackson, I have been listening to the BBC Lord of the Rings. I don't know if you can see down here. I've got the box set just there of cassette tapes, which I'm playing in my hi-fi. So really are doing the retro thing, aren't I? So I'm on it's 13 tapes. So I'm on tape 4 at the moment, which isn't bad. It was a great wedding, Charlotte and Tom. Just so you know, my daughter, obviously, we used to live in Basildon. We moved up to Corby, and she met a guy from Basildon in Corby. So it was really weird that we had this wedding up in Rutland Water near where me and Mrs. World of Wayne got married. But a lot of folks from Basildon were there. It's just fate. It's fate. That's what it is. So the new Star Trek ships collection was too much too one done by. Eaglemoss, did they pick up from them? No, they're a lot bigger size than the ones that Eaglemoss did, and I don't know what ones they're releasing. I do know that the Stargazer's the next one. Obviously, the Titan is in there now, but you can't see that unless I go that way round. There you go. Perhaps I need to put some lights at the top here. I've only just built them, so I'll have to figure that out. It's fun making your own room. Did anyone see the video that I did for the Titan? Because one of our good friends, Liam Dillon, he actually got me a captain shirt, like the yellow shirt. I was really happy to wear it, but I did say to Liam, I don't know if you're watching, Liam, that I did have a nipple problem. My nipples were showing through. So it must have been cold up here at the time. So apparently Liam's saying that on the show they did wear vests and stuff under there too, because it was a common problem that I had on the set as well. So I need to make sure I'm wearing a vest today, that my nipples don't show. And is that going to get me demonetized talking about nipples? I don't know. I don't know. I'm glad that the Stream Elements bot's working, because I've only just set that up on this system here. So if people do subscribe, if they're not subscribed, it should pop up here. Any tips or anything like that should pop up. Any events, basically, should pop up here now. And it should play a noise. But there you go. There's no Partwork Awards this year. Well, that's all for the good then, that I am going to be doing that award this year. It's going to be something that I do yearly, but I'm not going to have awards for best Partwork company and best YouTuber, all that. I would just like to know from the community, what is their favourite model to either build or watch on the channel? Because I reckon there'll be a surprise. I haven't looked at the moment. I do think there'll be a surprise, and it'd be nice to give recognition to some of these model companies and just say, yeah, no, this is the model that the community thought, yeah, we like this one. We like this one. It's a shame I'm not going to have a Helios 1650 on there. If you haven't seen Spruverse's video or Lou Dalmaso's video, they've both finished their models now, and they did a wrap-up sort of like Zoom to each other, talking about the build, the good parts, the bad parts, the nasty parts, but it looks good. We are just waiting for Lou to light yours, Lou. You're waiting for a part to come, aren't you, for the nacelles? But did I say that right? Nacelles? I hope so. But it's really impressive. And if you check out Phil Siegel's TikTok, his video on there with the lighting up of the Enterprise has now just hit something like 117,000 views. Can you believe that? 117,000 views. It should let you link in chat, Phil, if you want to link your thing in chat, your TikTok. But wow, that's amazing. Absolutely brilliant. Where are we? Oh, Liam, you're in here. Liam, we were just talking about you and nipples. Can you believe that? Liam, funny thing is, I was actually talking to Liam on Thursday last week when I was having a migraine, but it was just the mild version of the migraine. Liam, after I finished talking to you, all hell broke loose. I'm telling you, it was crazy. So, but I'm okay now. I'm okay. I'm back to normal now. Apart from a blister on my hand, which, you know, if I hadn't explained what that is, I'm sure that your imagination would be running riot. Why I've got blisters on the palm of my hands. Oh, all cool. We're getting adverts. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to... oops, someone's just subscribed. I'm pausing adverts. Now, what this does, it's going to pause the adverts, there we go, for 10 minutes. So in 10 minutes' time, can someone just remind me to press that pause button again? And next time, I will hopefully get it. But I have got all my assets on here again now. It's looking good, I think. Yep, everything's working here. The only thing I don't have two screens. Well, I do have two screens, but this screen at the back is actually linked to the PC. So that is my second screen, believe it or not. And you will see it completely change. I've got about 50 images from the 80s there. What I did have was 80s adverts running. Station idents, like Anglia, TVS, ITV, the old Thames logo in, some of the Kiora adverts, and yeah, just adverts from the 80s. But then I thought, you know what? I might get copyright striked for that. So if I just have static images popping up, then that's what I'll do. So it'll be interesting to see what comes. It's completely random, so I can't tell you what's coming. But there you go. But don't worry about the adverts, Benjamin. I think I've stopped that for 10 minutes. So perhaps I should set an alarm. Oh, where are we? Yes, Skylark 6100. I'm glad Stream Elements is working. Why doesn't this work like that in the workshop? I'm going to have to check that out. At the moment, right, when I did this retro room, I bought another 7 smart plugs. I use Tapo smart plugs to turn things on and off. So I can actually turn things on and off with those smart plugs. Got 7 of them. I've also got, I've just ordered something as well. I've got a HDMI lead running from this computer to that back TV now. That's 10 meters. And it's got a repeater function, so you don't lose signal. because the longer you have a HDMI lead, the more the chances that that picture will just go blank as the signal keeps dropping out. But yep, 10 meters, no problems. Jim Strover thinks we should have a £10 bet on the Bills versus the Rams, and you'll give me a 10-point lead. Now, we're going to get stuffed because the Rams are playing the Bills this week. Now, Jim is sunning himself in Brazil at the moment, for what I understand. So I hope you're enjoying yourself, Jim. We are freezing here, you'll be happy to know. You're building the model of the Space Shuttle Enterprise on the back of the modified Boeing 747 at the moment. That's what my first model was, Milan. But you know what? I did the Space Shuttle again. I did it on the channel, I think, but I never got around to doing the Boeing 747. Half a job me. Half a job me. Look, the Enterprise refit, I've done the saucer, but I haven't done anything else yet. I really need to get onto that. The amount of people that are telling me that I need to do that. I've got the Ares 1B still to do. I've still got that Maria to do, the seated Maria. That's my stash at the moment, though. I've got three models in my stash here. Elsewhere, down in Essex, I've got the Airwolf and I've got the SR-71. So if anyone's been wondering what's happened to those, that's where that is. We were having a laugh last night about the USS Constitution. Will it be the fourth ship that goes into the fire? I'm pretty confident. I'm pretty confident about that one. I think it's going to be easier than the ones we have been doing, but there is 9,000 parts on that Constitution. And it won't be one of these ones that are done, pack one's done this day. Pack one might be done, in 1 year. And 12 years' time, when we finish pack 12, that'll be done. Looks good, though. Looks really good. If anyone's wondering what models went, obviously the Victory went. The, what was the other one? The Eagle Moss Titanic, that went. And I did have a Sovereign of the Seas, which unfortunately was incomplete. I thought it was complete, but it wasn't, and that went as well. So I don't have much luck with wooden models at all. Wayne, how can I get a Partwork upgrade cushion? Ian's going now, so I'll tell you now. Partwork upgrade is actually closing down, I believe, at the end of the year. That's it. They don't actually do the cushions anymore. I'm afraid you've missed out, David, on those. So sorry about that. But it is what it is. Second email I just sent you is the link. I don't know how to put it in chat. I'm useless. No comments, please, Luke. Oh, right, hang on then. Stand by. Let me just check my emails. Right. Or did you send them me on my phone? Because Esther's got my phone at the moment, Right, stand by. I might be able to link it from here. Let me go on to TikTok. Hang on. TikTok. Stand by. Oh, look at this. Text doing technical stuff. Whoa. I've got to log in. Stand by. Log in with Google. It's not going to let me log in, is it? I don't think it's going to let me log in. Stand by. Apparently I am logged in. Right, 1 second. Then I'm going to type in Spruverse. There we go. And enter. There we go. Right, so this is Phil's TikTok. So I'm going to link that into chat. Stand by. Oh, God, where's my pop-out window gone? Oh, no. Oh, no, there it is. Okay, so there you go. There's the link there. We got there in the end. That was crazy. Wayne, you have the BBC radio version of The Hobbit. You can borrow it if you like. Nick, I used to have it. I used to have The Hobbit. Now, let me get this right. Wasn't the BBC Hobbit version just 4 cassettes? It wasn't 13. I think it was only 4. I used to have it. So you have to correct me if I'm wrong. I think it was 4 cassettes. I don't think it was 13. But I love the radio version. Let me just show it you. 1 second. Hang on a minute. We're in a retro room. Let's show you some of the stuff. So this is it here. Look. So this is the Lord of the Rings. And when you open it up, as you can see, we've got a lovely gold map. Now this came out, I think it was early 80s it came out with the map of Mordor on there. As you can see. We've got Very rare. Very rare this is now. Just a bit about this. Now, Brian Sibley was the one that actually dramatised it for radio, but you do have a lot of famous people in it. You had John Le Mesurier from Dad's Army. You had Peter Woodthorpe. You'll probably know him from Del Boy's dad in Only Fools and Horses. And there's all the cassettes there, which is all good. But absolutely brilliant it is. But Bill Nighy, you know, from Love Actually and About Time and stuff like, you know, Bill Nighy. He plays Sam Gamgee in it. Ian Holm is Frodo, which is weird because obviously Ian Holm plays Bilbo in the films. But if you haven't heard it, something you need to do, definitely. We had a biblical downpour earlier, if that makes you feel any better. It's a little cold today, 28 degrees. Yeah, right. I mean, it's not cold out there at the moment, but I mean, you can hear it that it is raining. I've actually got this skylight open at the moment. So needs it. Your shuttle model with a 747 is only 1/288 scale. It won't take up too much space on the boat. Ah, right. Okay. My one's a lot bigger than I believe, because I remember the aircraft being about, I don't know, that big. That's how I measure model size. That big. It's like I'm catching fish. Oh, bless. You're building a 2010 James Bond DB5. Is that the Agora models one? Now, what I did is on that vote for models, I've actually bundled in the Goldfinger DB5 and the No Time to Die DB5. They're all DB5, so, and they're all from Agora models, so I thought it's probably best if I just actually put them all together. I believe every model that I've done this year is on there. There was one model I missed out, which had to add, which was the Ford GT from D'Agostino Collectibles, because I forgot I did that this year. But that's on there as well. Nick's asking, Spruverse, would you happen to know where I can get a 172 scale 747? Ooh, that's going to be big. Wayne Weatherwax, how's it going? It's been cool in Central Florida, 40s at night and mid 60s for daily. That's like summer for us, Wayne. We've had a terrible summer this year. I know it's been a terrible summer because I've used the hose pipe once on the garden. Normally I'm using that all the time, but no, once on the garden. So much so that the time I did use it, the water inside it was stagnant. So, yeah, pretty nasty stuff. But there you go. If anyone was watching, if you remember, I had my boiler replaced, so I couldn't stream because I didn't have no power on that night. The boiler's completely fixed. I've got a new boiler. But when the boiler got fixed, I did notice that I had a waste pipe leaking into the lounge. They ripped the wall down. They have fixed the waste pipe. And next week, no, the 12th, whatever that is, I've got someone refactoring the wall. So if it doesn't rain, it pours. So I've got a big hole in my wall at the moment where there's a pipe going through the living room. But yeah, after that, I'm sure everything's going to go back to normal and we're going to have a good year because 2025 is going to be a good year. Yes, 4. You have both on CD. Oh, yeah, I wouldn't mind having a listen to that, Nick, then, because I haven't listened to that in a long time. Again, I think that was 80s, late 80s the last time I listened to The Hobbit. Weird Science in the background. Yeah, everyone's going to keep questioning the films that I've got in the background or TV series. I did have things like Street Hawk on here, The A-Team, Automan, but trying to find quite high resolution images because I know it looks small, yeah, but that's a 50-inch TV there. 50-inch TV behind me there. It's because it's so far back compared to the workshop. I mean, if you've seen Vincent, you'll know how big Vincent actually is. He looks tiny there. There he is. But no, he's massive. But it's just very deceiving. But these units, this annoys me. Yeah, I saw these units on Amazon and they were £59.99 each. For £60 each. They were £60 each. So I paid 120 for 2. Right. They got delivered today, and I wanted to check because they're coming 2 boxes each one. I wanted to check because I only had 1 box delivered about the delivery. They reduced them in price to £30. So one of these units is £30 now. Can you believe that? And Amazon won't credit me. So crazy stuff. So what is I've got to ask? I know that Phil, I think you've got the idea to do the Boris Karloff bus that you had, and Lou, what are you going to do next? What's because spending 15, 16 weeks on a model, it must be like you're fed up with spaceships. Go back and do something else. I'm really hoping that Lou, you'll do that Slutty Sandy. I want to see Slutty Sandy. That's got to be the complete opposite end of Starships, having an Olivia Newton-John pose from Greece. Definitely. Heading to Porto Seguro next week for a beach week, taking the Robocop shirt for a trip to the Tea Beach Bar. I need to replace all of my t-shirts. Now, Who Shops is the only place that I can find which are pretty similar to the Hub Closet where I used to get my things from. They do ET, they do Jaws, they do a lot of like Blade Runner, Star Wars, a lot of the Avengers stuff as well. For the niche stuff, they don't do though. They don't do RoboCop. They don't do Optimus Prime. So they don't do Alien. So I need to find that out. But I think this year at Wonderfest, I am going to be in cosplay on the Saturday. Definitely going to be wearing some Star Trek stuff, I think. And I saw that Oggy over at Interstellar Modelers, he's got the Wrath of Khan uniform. So I think it was Wrath of Khan that he's wearing. It looks pretty cool anyway. So I'm hoping he'll wear that. Although that's I'm sure he'll get really hot wearing that. Lucky it's an air-conditioned hotel. Adverts reset, please. Yes, 1 second. It's been 10 minutes already. Stand by. The thing is, yeah, once this stream set up, I can't change ads. I can't make ads manual now without stopping the stream. It's crazy. I must remember to do that. You got an ad for an ad blocker. The world is broken. That's funny. That is really funny. You see Knight Rider in the background. They should never have done the reboot. I've never actually seen the reboot, Peter. We were talking on the member stream. You know what? I've never seen any vacation film. Any Chevy Chase, I've never seen. National Lampoon's Vacation, I've never seen. Christmas Vacation. That's something that's on my list to do, I think. People are like, what? Yeah, I've never seen any vacation film. Full Metal Jacket, yeah, they're all 80s. If there is anything that pops up on the screen which wasn't 80s here, then tell me. Now, I'm aware of the irony here, okay? The Black Hole was 1999, I think. It wasn't the 80s. So as far as I'm concerned, I rented it on video. I think I rented it on video in the 80s, so it's going to fit into... I'm going to find a way for it to fit into 80s. And remember I told you that original phone I had next to my ZX Spectrum? Esther's got me a ZX Spectrum for Christmas, just so you know, which is there. I've got there's a retro one out that I can actually link to the HDMI. I've got my first mobile phone now, so that's not strictly 80s either. That was 92. So I'm just putting everything in there. Birmingham Comic Con was fantastic. I heard that the cosplay was good, but I heard that the stalls were a bit repetitive. I mean, I was Comic Con down. I mean, I did New York Comic Con. Then the week after, I did MCM Comic Con. I'm going to be doing MCM again next year in May. But there's only so much anime and fake swords that you can buy. But there you go. Ferris, what's his name's day off? You second the comments about the 1981 BBC Lord of the Rings. I have the CDs, which come with a CD of the music by Stephen Oliver. Wow, John Ivor's uncle Bill Nighy influenced Sean Astin's portrayal of Sam. Well, I can believe. I know that. What's his little name? It will come to me. Oh, come on, someone help me. The guy who did Gollum in Lord of the Rings, Andy Serkis. I know Andy Serkis said that he saw his cat and he came up with his voice. He was inspired by Peter Woodthorpe. Peter Woodthorpe also did the voice for the animated Lord of the Rings. That's the one that was done in rotoscope, the animation sort of thing, and they never finished it. I think it got to the end of Fellowship and the film finished. They ran out of money and they were going to make a sequel. It never happened. But Peter Woodthorpe did Gollum's voice in that as well. And it's exactly like what Andy Serkis did, but like 20 years before. But it is weird because if you watch Only Fools and Horses, watch the episode where Del Boy's dad comes to stay. He actually talks like Gollum. It's really weird. It's really weird when you hear him. Yeah, that's fine, Nick. I'm in all day tomorrow. I do have someone coming round in the morning to have a look at the house with these repairs that they're doing. But I'm in all day. As I said, the ET build, if I start it at 7 o'clock, should be finished by about 7:15. So don't be surprised the video's out early tomorrow. Liam, Mrs. Wellerain, arrange time via way, maybe over the weekend. She's not here on Saturday, Liam, and on Sunday we're at Gates with Ian. But yeah, we will arrange a time. Just so you know, I'm going to be visiting Liam. Liam lives over in Northern Ireland, and I've never been to Ireland or Northern Ireland, so I want to get over there. So we're looking at April. Me and Mrs. World Away are going to take a trip, which means that I might be going back to Port Merion, believe it or not, because I can get the boat from Holyhead there to Dublin, and then I can drive up. So that's what we're planning to do. Make a good 5 days of it, I think. But yeah, I'll be in touch, Liam. Definitely. Hi Wayne, how many models do you have on the go? I have 3 Lancaster ET. I think I've got 25, Andy. You know, that was going to be a question on the quiz, but I can't be sure myself at the moment. Mrs. World Away won't let me store them all in one place now. So I have to scatter them around the house because apparently it's dangerous having my stacks so high up. So it's yeah, I can't. They're like the Leaning Tower of Pisa. So it's all cool. But God, did you see that Lotus Esprit? That Spy Who Loved Me. Now, I saw that at Telford. It looked good. But obviously, we've got the bodywork now. We put the front end on. That is one of those models which, I'll be honest with you, when I first saw the prototype for it, I thought, this looks a bit like a toy. It looks very toy-like, and I'm going to have to tone down some of the colours and stuff like that. No, trust me. Looking at how this looks now, wow. Absolutely brilliant. The reboot of Knight Rider was more like a Ford ad. Yeah, I need to see that. Yeah, I didn't even know that Knight Rider had a reboot. No, that makes 2 of us. Wayne, you just had 2 adverts. Well, the adverts are paused now, but I'm probably behind on chat like I normally am. So I'm just checking now. Yeah, I've got 4 minutes 31 left on the no ads chat. Yes, the Eagle Boss DB5. That Eagle Boss DB5, it was a good build because obviously I did that, but it's not. It was so hard to get together. And you know, I'm inspired by Will's workshop. I don't know if he's here today, but he took his apart again to repaint it and put it back together. It was one of the hardest models to actually get everything in. Nowhere near as hard as issue 91 of the DeLorean, which I'm like scared to do. Just so you know, anyone that's doing the Infinity Gauntlet, let me get this right. We are missing stage 70. We are missing stage 77, I think. And we're missing stage 90 now, something like that. I think we're 3 stages missing. Now, I'm not doing the Infinity Gauntlet until we actually get all of this in place. I think there's 100 stages in the build. But I did open my last pack of the Millennium Falcon. And I got sent, I was meant to get 62, 63, 64, 65, 66, and 67, I think. But I only got 62, 64, and 66. Apparently the rest are out of stock. So, don't know what's going to happen with the Falcon. There's a long way to go before I get to those stages anyway. But I'm guessing that if people think that I get special treatment, which I don't. If I have struggles to get deliveries as well, but you don't see it as much on the channel because I'm doing other builds in the meantime. But I don't get any special treatment. As I said, if things are missing, I just move on to something else. Never seen National Value. No, I've seen an advert, Anthony, where the he puts the Christmas lights on and they go bright and the dials whiz around in his electric meter, but that's about it. So, didn't you have Star Wars earlier? That wasn't 80s. Well, the Return of the Jedi was, and when was Empire Strikes Back? Return of the Jedi definitely was 82. I remember because I watched it on dodgy VHS copy. Did you watch the back hole videos I sent over to you? I did, Jason. They were wicked, absolutely wicked. There was 2 in the end, wasn't there? So I like documentaries like that. They must have got them from somewhere because I haven't seen those before. But yeah, thank you for that, Jason. I appreciate that. Yeah, the second 2 were damn straight, Lou. Thank you for defending me. I'm sure the poster for it was Empire Strikes Back, though, wasn't it? I think I deliberately didn't put. See, look, 1989 Batmobile. Are you sure it's the poster for the first? I'm going to need to check that now. I was meticulous when I put that Star Wars one in there to be sure that it was an Empire Strikes Back one. Yeah, see, Milan's telling me. Let's start a row on the channel. The Breakfast Club is in there, a classic 80s John Hughes film. I've got quite a lot of the John Hughes films. Weird Science is in there. 16 Candles is in there. I think Uncle Buck's in there. Home Alone's in there. Any of those. I love John Candy. I was a big John Candy fan. Trying to figure out what pants go with Liam's amazing Kurt uniform top. It's pretty skimpy around the waist. I've I've got to show you my Mrs. Rhoda Wayne's not here. I've got to show you what I've got to wear, Phil, because I've got pants, but because it comes short. All of these uniforms, the captain's uniform and the this is the next generation captain's uniform and that Kirk uniform, they do come short, and they're made to come short because the actual pants you wear are kind of like braces. They come up to about here. So if they, because they are short, you don't get to see your belly. It's quite a good thing. So I've got the proper trousers, if you like, for it. I need to put them on. Perhaps I'll do a stream in next time I'm doing the enterprise build. I'll wear it without the top, so you can see what I'm wearing underneath. It is quite funny having these sort of braces that come down to about here. It's really weird design. There is a Lord of the Rings Rohirrim cartoon. You're absolutely right. It's I really want to see it. It's by the same Japanese director who did Attack on Titan. I think he did Attack on Titan. But it looks really good. It's an anime. They've done an anime version of it. So the film known as A New Hope, when I saw it in 77. I think I'm going to watch Deadpool and Wolverine this weekend. I'm still watching Christmas films. I'm enjoying my Christmas film watch. I've done my Die Hard. I've got to do Die Hard 2, which I prefer. I prefer Die Hard 2 to Die Hard. I know that's blasphemous, but I like Die Hard 2. I like Die Hard 3 as well, actually. But the rest of them was piss poor. Die Hard 4 was bad, and Die Hard 5, oh my God, what were they thinking? So you started with the Agora Apache days. So much to do in Pack 1. There is. Apparently, why won't it let me? Hang on. Something's happened. Something's happened. Stand by. I can't click chat. Isn't right. Stand by. I've got to fix that. 1 second. 1 second. How can I fix that? Right. Stand by. What's happening? The internet's gone, hasn't it? Have I got internet? Something's not right. Internet's back. Stand by. Hi, darling. You're right. I don't know. The internet was going. Hang on a second. I've got to fix this. I think I still have internet, but my Internet Explorer froze. Oh, you've got it. I'll show you this. Hang on. Let me just get back in. I've got that. Thank you, Mrs. Worldaway. I've just got to set up this chat again. 1 second. I've got to go pop out, bump. Then I've got to go minimize that, go like that, click on that, go like that, go like that, go to that, put that in there, click that, go like that, and then hopefully stand by. There you go. That's cool. Okay, so this is the pants I've got, Phil. And as you can see, they are like braces. And then let me stand back. Hang on. As you can see, they go on like this. That's how you kind of wear them. So, yeah, all fun. I love a bit of cosplay. Definitely. Oh, Lou, you're going to have to dress up as well. We've all got to be in some sort of like a Star Trek uniform for Wonderfest. I think that'd be cool. And I mean, I think it'd be a given Oggie's going to dress up. Can we get Ken Spriggs to dress up as well? That'd be brilliant. Perhaps Randy Cooper as well. That would make a brilliant photo, I have to say, if we've got like a whole group of people in Star Trek, and then we go out to the old spaghetti factory dressed in our uniforms. I think we need to start the Long Island iced teas a lot earlier to do that, but that could be fun. I guess Wayne doesn't have a spreadsheet for his models. No, I don't have a spreadsheet. The way I pick it is I look at all the boxes I've got, Bergdis, and I see which one's building up, and I'm like, let's do that one next. But today, I mean, today I got the Batmobile, I got the next Batmobile, I got the next Mustang, I got the next Nissan Skyline. I'm sure I'm forgetting one. Nope, I think that's it. I think that's it. Have you glued the washer jet onto the Esprit yet? I haven't. No, no. I need to, but at least I found it. It could have been lost, and then I was like, "Where is it?" So it's in my workshop at the moment. It fell out. The little washer thing on the Esprit. I noticed it last night sitting on my desk. So that's one of those things that just turned up. Nigel Boone, hate to pester, but I found your build of the bridge of the 1350 refit Trekwords worthy, and I'm hoping you'll update the build blog any vid soon. We were just talking about that earlier on, Nigel. So I really wanted to get onto it, but you know what? When I had my little accident, on the saucer section, I got a bit demoralised. And then when I thought, let's move on to the nacelles, one of my nacelles was warped. So I was like, oh. But you know, I figured what I can do is I can probably do the Cobra neck, and I could do the pylons as well. And I think I might be able to get away with doing one of the nacelles. But I know that Phil was going to help me out with one of the other ones, one of my warp parts that I got. But we'll see. We'll see. If I do, Nigel, it'll be a next year thing, definitely. Wayne just made me look nervously at the floor to ceiling stash behind me. You know what, Phil? If I ever come to visit you, it's just a thing that I get now. I always like to see people's stash. So when we visited Lou, I saw Lou's stash. I've seen Phil's stash. I just like to see what people have in their stash, and some of them are like rooms. They've got rooms. As a matter of fact, their rooms are like a museum. Forget building the models and having museum of models in your room. They've got like boxed models. Because I didn't realize that was a thing. I didn't realize collecting actual boxed models is a thing. And you know they're so sought after that people don't want to build them because the kits are so rare. I didn't know that was a thing, but well, I do now. There you go. Look, Empire 1980. Oh, return was 83, was it? Oh, I thought it was 82. Shows my age. Hey, Wayne just jumped in. Someone said Fanham was going to do the 89 Batmobile. True or false? Don't know. Don't know. I did a trial for it on the channel. Yeah, I was in high school when John Candy died. I remember exactly where I was when I found out. I used to work for Sainsbury's. I was doing the morning shift and found out about that. Do the braces cover your nipples by any chance? No, they don't, Lou. They don't. It goes lower. It's like I was going to say, you know how old people wear their trousers high up, but the best example of that, Christopher Walken. If you look at Christopher Walken, especially in the Weapon of Choice Fatboy Slim video, where he wears his trousers underneath his nipple. Why am I saying nipples so many times tonight? But that's kind of like where it gets worn, just below your pecs. Has anyone had an email saying the Robocop bill from Phantom has gone up? I haven't had that email, but you know what? I did get an email saying that the Enterprise is out of stock and due to logistical problems, they're not going to be able to get the next one to me. And then 2 days later, I got one saying, the Enterprise is in stock and it's going to be sent out to me. So that was crazy, but no, I haven't had that email. If they didn't have the full pack, what did I do then? Stand by. If they didn't have the full pack, they shouldn't have sent it unless you only get charged for what was sent, which is highly unlikely. I'd look into it. No, they've started sending things out and skipping over the parts they haven't got. You have to do the pickup maneuver. Yeah, definitely. The Dalek advert's been released, has it? I knew it probably would be. I figured we're going to start seeing it on TV around Christmas, but there you go. Die Hard 5, that slipped by me too. Maybe I was living by the boat. Die Hard 5's terrible. You haven't missed much. It's a terrible film. I got no time for movies this weekend. F1 Academy, and Asian Le Mans Series. The F1 is the last one, isn't it? But the only excitement is to see if McLaren or Ferrari win the Constructors' Champion, because it's mad that Verstappen, sorry, I'm talking sport again, Verstappen dominates the sport with Red Bull, but Red Bull can't win the Constructors' Champion because their other driver, Perez, is terrible. Does the Millennium Falcon Partwork come with the additional plant on details included? Phil, from what I understand, those additional details come in the very last pack. So I won't know that until we get to the last pack. When I did it first time round, because remember, this is the second time that I've done that. That's what happened. They come in the last pack. We got regular Star Wars on the screen. I will get rid of it. I will get rid of it. Welcome to the Corby Fashion Week. Yeah, it's cool, isn't it? I haven't had a chance to wear this yet though. It's a very heavy material, very heavy material. But the other thing is, look how it's cut at the bottom. This is the welcome to the fashion hour. See, it's got a cut on the bottom, and I'm guessing I was asking Liam what boots to wear. If I'm wearing my next generation, I'm guessing black Chelsea boots I could get away with. Nothing too big, just Chelsea boots. I think that's what I'm going to wear. Yes, I will get rid of the poster for the New Hope. I promise, Alex. Where did I get those pants? I don't know, Phil. I'll get in touch with you and let you know. I can't remember. I think I was looking around for Star Trek uniforms. Remove it or face the Wrath. Well, you know what? I've actually got my Wrath of Khan poster up here, my light up one. You can't see that. I can't move my finger around either, which is a pain. But I will remove it. As a matter of fact, let me stand by. You said I've got. Hang on a second. Let's go to my drive. 80s TV wallpaper. So I've got a Star Wars on there. I have got Star Wars. Let me just see which one it is. It is the original Star Wars. There we go. I have removed it. It's gone. Okay. Was there anything else on there? I do have Empire Strikes Back on there as well, though. So it's gone. St. Elmo's Fire. We're getting Lou a shirt that says, "This is my Star Trek shirt for cosplay." Hi, Will's Workshop. We were just talking about you earlier in your DB5. Oggy already has his Starfleet captain's uniform, Wayne. Oh, he does. But he posted a video up earlier on today. He looks really good in it. Absolutely brilliant in it. I've got no way of sharing on this computer at the moment, unfortunately, to show you the pictures. He looked really good. Oggy really does know how to, what's the word? He looks good in a Star Trek uniform. There isn't a Star Trek uniform that Oggy doesn't look good in, trust me. You have a Deep Space Nine grey and black uniform top somewhere at my dad's. No com badge, though. Oh, man. Yes, I've changed it, Nick. There's no Star Wars poster there. Um, that's funny. Have you lost some weight, Wayne? It's going well. I have lost weight, but I can't break the 14 stone mark. I don't know what that is in kilograms. So I'm almost there. I'm not on keto anymore, though. I'm not dieting. I'm not actively dieting, but I'm not snacking anymore. I'm drinking carb-free drinks or water, and I'm still not eating chocolates or sweets or anything like that. So. But yeah, I have. And the other thing you might have noticed, which I'm surprised no one's ribbing me tonight, they were last night, is that the beard has now got a tiny bit of colour in it. Too many children were asking me, telling me, too many children were telling me what they want for Christmas. I was looking like Santa. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to be very subtle and just put a tiny bit of colour in it just to tone it down a bit. I did my eyebrows as well. Because as Mrs. Welder Wayne says, I'm a tart. So yeah, that's that. There was another ad, was there? What's the time? Look, we've only got 8 minutes. I'm going to, if I click that now, that ad will not show for the rest of the stream. There you go. That's cool. That's a yes, Wayne. Face to the Batman. I ain't saying nothing. I've had him doing the ITO. I don't know. I don't know. The only people who know that are fan home. Wait, where did you get your transparent cutting? I keep meaning to ask. It's in my Amazon store, Ian's World of Models. If you follow my link tree, it's in my Amazon store. But then you can put any cutting mat underneath that, and to make it whatever color you want. And then I've got my logo underneath. Very clever. I'm glad it worked. But the reason I did it is it stops people nicking your content on the channel, because if they nick your content, it's still got my branding on it. So it was a clever thing to do. You saw the Dialac video last night here in the States, included the Christmas boa. What's that? Talking about F1, the Senna drama series on Netflix is rather good. Haven't seen that. The Wrath of Wayne. You'd like this thing. Can I show you this? Standby. Let's just hang on. If I go like that, there it is. Look. Can you see? There it is. That's cool. See? That's cool, isn't it? So that's what I've got up there. Lighting the way. Everyone is like watching paint dry. Try watching proper racing like BT. See, I think NASCAR's like that because they just, at least F1, they go around different corners. They don't just steer one way. But like NASCAR's just like round and round and round. I do have, this is my lucky red shirt I can wear. You look good in that blue one, Lou, that you had on at Telford. That looked really good. Do you watch Lower Decks? I do watch Lower Decks. We're on the last series at the moment. I've got Paramount Plus specifically for that. Actually, I've got Paramount Plus for Yellowstone as well. I love Yellowstone. And I'm really getting into Landman, the Billy Bob Thornton drama. And all of them are Taylor Sheridan production, you know, like Taylor Sheridan's written them. They look really good. Spin classes, Wayne. That's what I do to beat. Oh, I can't exercise, Jim. Yeah, I don't do exercise. Why were we talking about the DB5? I'll have to watch it back on catch up. Talking about taking it apart and how hard it was to get it apart compared to the Agora one. Michelin the Man's Cup and Elms in the Real Chaos. Wow. Gandalf has been round and released you from the spill. What do you put on Amazon to find the units behind me, Wayne? I will have to put them. I'll put them in my store, in my YouTube. I've got making a YouTube studio. I'll make sure I add them to that, Jason. So they're in there. I haven't started any of the Gundam kits yet, John. And that's because I've hardly been here, to be honest with you, and I've been worked out big time. Since my daughter's wedding, this is the come down now. I wouldn't be surprised if a lot of the things about migraine was from what happened at Gatwick Airport, because I got mixed up in all of that when I was in Barcelona. And then obviously my daughter's wedding, which is really stressful, very emotional day, I have to say. I was a blubbering wreck, but it was a brilliant day, absolutely brilliant day. This is the come down now. So up to now, until the 23rd of December, when me and Mrs. Wayne are going to a log cabin in Scotland, I'm just going to start chilling. Chilling. It's going to be lovely. So hopefully I'll be able to get on it then, John. Hopefully. You want me to keep the Star Wars poster? It's gone now. I've deleted it. Oh, there we go. Look, Mrs. Wayne has linked the units for you. There they are. Now, $29.99 at the moment. Kicking the teeth. Did you manage to get my money back? Because I said to Mrs. Wayne, what stops me just saying, well, I don't want them then, sending them back and then just buying them at a cheaper price. But, yeah, there you go. Thank you for that, Mrs. Wayne. You're heading out for beers. Take care and I'll send you the shot. Yeah, no, definitely, Jim. That'd be excellent. Got myself a masterclass Gundam. How much trouble am I going to get into? Wheels Workshop. I'm telling you, there's what did I build, John? Was that the perfect grade one? That unicorn one? Oh my God, that was hard. That was hard. As a matter of fact, last night we were building that Lotus 97T. What a tricky stage doing that engine is. Some of these models are so detailed that, you know, I don't think I've got the eyesight for it anymore. I've had to go up a magnifying grade in my magnifying glasses. They give you 5 like thicknesses of magnifying glasses. I've gone up a grade because I really, God, I just can't see close up at the moment. And I'm long-sighted. I think that's the problem I'm having. But there you go. Did you watch Strange New Worlds? I did. The crossover was brilliant. I am wondering if the new Strange New Worlds, when it comes out, season 3, isn't it now? The if they're gonna, I thought season 2 was a bit light-hearted, you know, with the singing version, and we did have the Lower Decks crossover and all that. I'd like to see it calm down. Oh, is it $25.99 delivery? Really? I didn't pay that for delivery, that's for sure. Wow. God, that's why they've done that. So what they've done is they've halved the price and upped the delivery. That's not very nice, is it? But there you go. But they are good. They are that you can change the colour on these, just so you know. So as you can see, red, green, blue, whatever colour that is. I like that colour. I like the cyany sort of colour there. Can't use my glasses for up close stuff either. Nah, definitely not. But there you go. Well, we have got, believe it or not, one more stream next week, which is just a normal live stream. And then we've got the Christmas quiz. The Christmas quiz, as I said, is going to be starting at 7 o'clock in the... what's that? Hang on. Yeah, it's going to be starting at 7 o'clock on the 19th of December. Me and Mrs. Wayne are going to be hosting that. We are going to be drawing the winner of that vote for the the best model of 2024. And as I said, there's 45 questions. And there is going to be prizes. The first prize is going to be the Lancia that I built, the 037 IXO Collections Lancia. If someone in America wins it, I will be posting it out there. If it gets damaged, unfortunately, it is what it is. But I will make sure I wrap it up big time. If it's in the UK, it'll probably get posted as well, unless you are in an area that I'm going to. And then I'll probably be delivering it from hand. Other than that, there's going to be Amazon vouchers as well. So it's going to be a fun night. And there's going to be plenty of rum. So we're going to be enjoying it. Big time. But yes, I heard about this windy night. We've got a storm warning here, so that's not going to be good. But take care, everyone. It's going to be cool. Now, on this new system, I don't know how I'm supposed to stop the stream. So I'm hoping when I click the stop button, it will stop without me cutting off. But if I do cut off now, then I apologize for that. But I'm still trying to figure out how to do that. But it's been great to be able to live stream again. Take care, everyone. And as I said, remember, I'm going to have a very quick ET video on the channel tomorrow. Other than that, take care.